So every town and ghetto is Bethlehem, and every child born of a black Madonna is a new Messiah, only waiting to discover his inner divinity. This is an excerpt from the poem entitled The Messiah, written by the late Reverend Albert B. Clay, Jr., founder of the Shrines of the Black Madonna, and known as Jeramogi Abebe Ajamin. I am compelled to dig deeper into this reality of an inner divinity and how it can transform us and the world in which we live through today's topic, the power within, a new earth. I was ordained a minister in 1972 by the late Reverend Albert B. Clay, Jr. Since then, I've earned a doctor's degree in curriculum and instruction, served as an assistant professor at the University of Houston in the Department of Urban Education, served as an elementary school principal and a teacher coach. Education chose me. As a minister, I was assigned by Jeramogi to teach the Bible class in Houston, which I did for 5 years straight. I remember telling myself that if I am going to do this, I need to learn more. So I studied The Archaeology of the Bible by Magnuson, The Black Man in the Old Testament and His World by Dorrance, African Origins of Christianity by Dr. Ben Johanan, Longing for Darkness, Tara, and the Black Madonna by Gullen, The First Council of Nicaea, A World Christian Convention by Dr. Hilton Hotima, The Passover Plot and the Essene Odyssey by Hugh Schoenfield, and other books. I learned that 400 to 500 shrines of the Black Madonna, depicting Mary and the infant Jesus as dark-skinned, are located throughout Europe. That the holiest church in Poland is the shrine of the Black Madonna. That Michelangelo used his uncle as a model and painted Jesus white in the 15th century. I thought about that. The whole Christian world is worshiping a black man who may in fact look like my son. I learned that the year Jesus was born, 2,000 African Jews were crucified on the walls of Jerusalem by Roman soldiers. That Jesus believed he was the Messiah that Israel waited for to free them from Roman oppression. His mission was to change their minds and beliefs, to teach, preach, and heal, so that they in fact could change, to liberate themselves, and to change their conditions of oppression. Having discovered his own inner divinity, the God within, he told his disciples, "What you see me do, you can do and even more. The kingdom of God is within you." The kingdom of God is within you. Exactly how is that to be interpreted? In 1971, when I was 21, the Shrines of the Black Madonna offered a yoga class at the Culture Center on Livernois. I was interested and attended it on a regular basis. The sessions were always ended in meditation. Shoshana, the yoga teacher, gave us the option of laying down or sitting in a lotus position. I chose the lotus position. As she guided us to listen to our own breathing, I experienced a white, hot ball of light rising up from the base of my spine. It rose higher and higher, exiting through the top of my head, and I thought I was going to explode. When I told her of my experience afterwards, she paused, looked at me, and said, "I didn't think it would happen to you this soon." But she never told me what it was. About 5 years later, I learned that all of my energy centers had been opened, beginning with the latent energy at the base of my spine. Eastern thought calls it Kundalini. 16 years later, Reverend Clay called it Kugasana. When we are open, our inner divinity can be touched by the cosmic power of God, and Kugasana will come like a mystical explosion. I know now it was an experience with God, with power. We are energy beings, created out of the cosmic energy and creative intelligence of the universe, which is God. We possess the power that too often we are unaware of, because some religions teach us that we can't do the things that Jesus did, and that we will only see God when we die. This oppressive system with its controlled media causes us to identify with the oppressor and to write our own script that we will never come together. Addiction to drugs, alcohol, and marijuana all serve to cloud who we really are, a people with potential, a people with power. The kingdom of God is within you. This deadly pandemic has made it very clear that Black people and people of color are still oppressed by a ruthless enemy under the guise of elected officials and corporate owners who value profit over human lives. Because of the policies and laws created by this capitalistic system, poverty and powerlessness are maintained by low wages, unfair housing, inequitable access to health care, and unequal education. Black people have and are dying disproportionately from this virus. This is scary, and we should fear it. What do we do now? Where are our leaders? Who will build a nation for us? We have all we need. Megachurches are defined as those who have an average attendance of 2,000 on Sunday. As reported in the Harvard Institute for Religion Research in 2015, in the city of Detroit, Straight Gate International, New St. Paul Tabernacle, and Second Ebenezer have an average attendance of 2,000. Perfecting Church and Harvard have at least 5,000. Greater Grace, 8,000. And Triumph Church, 11,600. Approximately in total, 36,000 people in 7 churches. In each of these congregations, there are lawyers, educators, nurses, doctors, politicians, skilled tradesmen, service personnel, carpenters, entrepreneurs, musicians, and organizers. The church is the only institution that we still control. I implore these great leaders to unite under this banner. When you see what you see me do, you can do and even more. The kingdom of God is within you. And empower congregations by guiding them to experience God while they are alive, and to utilize this power to build earthly power for our survival. I implore you to appreciate your differences, but commit to a common mission of transforming our earthly conditions by rebuilding our communities and speaking with one voice. I implore you to marry the belief of saving souls with the reality that the soul resides in human beings and that saving their lives on earth is in fact saving their souls. If you don't do it, who will? If you won't do it, somebody else will. I implore you to represent the power of God on earth.